I wonder if that's going to charge up enough for a night transit. Jeb's new home. Yep, Jeb ain't coming back. Alright. Oh, not load. Save. Space station is up. Cool. Let's see. Space Center. Poor Jeb is your favourite, lol. He's too needy. What do we name it? Birmingham. Let's see. So we want the next stage, don't we? Let's load in. Let's reconfigure this lot. So we know all that bit works down there. Right, so Birmingham Station power. Call this. Now, we don't need all this, but this bit's also been carrying fuel for us, so that's something to be aware of. We don't need that section either. That can go. I take it we're going to have... This is going to have to be a remote control pod, isn't it? So that we can control it, but we're not going to take anybody up with it, basically. Standard rotor. Need to put the MechJeb component back on. Don't need all that, but we do need the MechJeb component. Just put that there for now. Sort it out in a minute. Don't need them. Wouldn't use the remote on the engine section that gets it sent back to Earth. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. If we use the guidance computer that's already on board, and then we physically dock, and then detach it, that should work in theory. That way you also have the engine to change the orbit of the station if needed. Yeah, but we're going to bring the engine back, aren't we? We're not going to leave it there. But it won't matter. Like, once we've docked, it won't matter. But the top of this craft does need to have one of these on it so that we can clamp, doesn't it? I presume that facing the one on the station clamps, does it not? Or does that need to be the other way around to dock? Is there a way to test that before it goes to space? It needs to be the opposite of the station's dock. Right, okay. Batteries, mech jib. Oh, we put a remote guidance unit up here as well, look. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so now I can't do anything. Because I have no root component, I can't do anything. To get rid of this, we need to find another 1,000 litres of fuel that we know it needs. So that's going to have to go. Although this thing's going to be a lot lighter actually, so ignore that. Doesn't have that research station anymore, does it? Yeah, it was meant to be clipping, Taz. That's exactly what it was doing. I'm just thinking about how we want this to look now. So you kind of want, like, if this docks to the station, you want the solar...
Finally moved to the UK, so technically now I have one cool squirrel neighbour.
Ha! Akravitali, welcome to the UK, mate. Whereabouts are you? North, middle, south, east, west? Actually, want another one of them. Why a pod if it's unmanned? I've just got it there for route at the moment. Because if I get rid of that, it just goes, oh, there's no route node. And then you literally can't, like, you can't scroll, you can't do anything. And so you give it something that's a root node. So you just put something in so that it stops being a bit of a fruitcake. Shepherd's Bush. Oh, wow. Can't you change the root node? Yes, you can. But what to? What do we change it to? That's the question. The remote guidance unit is actually further back here. In there somewhere. There it is. So if you say that... Oh, God. Can you set that as the route, or will that just mess it all up? Is it going to hate that? I don't know. And the problem is to move it, I have to click on that pixel. Let's get rid of that and that for now. So it's just an empty shell. So then if we have... Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So you want like a tube's gap. There's a station, and then you're going to come off with a piece. So that's that piece. And then the next piece has all the stuff on it. That's what I'm thinking. So at that point, maybe we go with... Have we got any like long structural pieces? The modular girder segment. Is that longest we've got? So most of the construction is here, effectively. Should the solar arrays be on the hab modules as well to extend the space in the station? I'm not sure what you mean by that, if I'm honest. Why have they got little dots on, but they don't actually dock? Structural panel. Is there no, like, long version of this? This game. Hang on a minute. There is an issue with what we're doing here. With that as the root, because that's going to detach. So if I auto-strut these to the root, that root's going to disappear. Which is going to be a problem. Because if you go like that, grandparents, that would work. That would work though. I think. Surely it should be parent, not grandparent. There is, but you need to unlock it. So basically what we're saying is I have to line these up manually because the game doesn't give me a bigger version of it yet. If it's power only, then why don't you storage thingy and fill with batteries and 4 giant solar panels outside instead of second empty fuel tank? Is it big enough though? That's the question. Do we have one in the right size? Service bay. We'll do that then. Hold Alt before placing it. Yeah, I was thinking about... Yes, you're right. 2 arms is enough for solar panels. But I'm wondering if we should have something else on here. Dunno. How on earth am I going to put this into space? Like, are we going to have to put hinges on this and fold it out later? Because we can't put fairing around this. We could put it on an actuator of some, like a hinge, maybe. Do you think it'd be strong enough? Well, I've got the gigantic solar. We already unlocked that. Let's see what we've got under robotics. Hydraulic. We've got an alligator hinge. Maybe that'll be enough. Use the folding panels instead of arms. Is that retracted or extended? Target value 90 degrees. I think it's a 90 up there. That's a bit weird. So you can't you can't seem to set a starting angle and an end angle and then just have a switch just toggles between the two, which is kind of what I've expected. No, the angle limit's just how far. Actually, I don't know. Motorized, yes. Locked, no. I mean, it's going to be a one-shot thing, isn't it? We need to have a starting position, and then when we get there, you can use a CAL controller to toggle it or bind it to an action group. The thing is, once we put it in position, it's just going to stay there and be locked, and that'll be that. It's just that if we kind of take this... and take it that's connected. It looks like it's floating bizarrely. And then it could come in like that for transit. I think it needs to be displaced. I think the hinge needs to be mounted on a piece. An I-beam maybe? What do you mean offset the girders? Structural pieces have we got here? jeez. Bit too big. Turn the hinge 180 degrees close and use the flat side. Depends, because we need to have a thing that sticks out in a minute. Let me which DLC? I don't know. I've got both of them. I don't know which one's which. So I kind of want to displace that away so that when that's collapsed in, it doesn't like, because the closer it is to the body, the more it will glitch here. If you want to get truly folding, you need to have the hinge like separate out a bit. Connection points on this are a pain. I suppose what we can do is just like do you reckon that's going to be strong enough? The only problem is it won't fold to zero if we put the panels on the inside. We can put them on the outside, but you kind of want them to go in either direction because it looks cool. So it kind of works, but kind of doesn't. You can add them to each side. Well, you can put them on this side, I guess. Let's put another one of these on here. So that's what it would look like in its deployed position. Definitely the calmest Twitch chat I've ever seen. Yeah, we like calm. Okay. So, yeah. Extend solar panel. So you'd end up with that, basically. Is what it would look like when it was operational. And they bring in 24 per second charge. And there's 8 of them. So it's like nearly 200 per second, isn't it? That's quite a lot of charge. I think the med bay, the research bay took 5 a second or something. What's going to go in the empty bays? All the stuff we don't want on show. Batteries, for one. Lots of batteries. Plus the MacJeb component. It's really hard trying to click on that flipping hinge. There we go. We cap that off with anything? No. A bit big. Nothing structural that just gives it an edge. Just leave it like that. What about lights? Maybe we should put lights on the end. Maybe put a lights all along it. Maybe that looked pretty sweet. RGB lights, yeah. Hulkster, thank you for 86 months. Are we there yet? There being Jupiter. Good God, no. That's like the end boss. You see, I said radiators, and people are like, oh, you need radiators for nuclear. And we're not doing nuclear, so meh. I think lights up and down would be good. God, it's a real pain, this thing. Bring them down to the edge, though, I think. We can't put them on the inside because they'll just... I think they stick out a bit too much to go on the inside. Wait, that was solar. I just put the word light in here. And got another... Oh my God. Why did I search for light and then it gave me that? How does that work? It's not light, is it? Actually, these are smaller than I thought. Will they go there? A bit naff. I need like a half-size version of this. Turn into a carnival ride, if you want. Oh, really? This is such a pain. Alright, we need to put them on the other side now. Which is even more of a camera nightmare. The camera won't go out far enough. Electric can't, there we go. I don't know how I'm going to line these up. No, you don't want to... If you basically have them as they are, then they're going to be facing, like, back towards the... I know what you're saying. If you face the solar array, if you face the solar panels that light up the panels. But if you face the other way, you face the space station. They're not that bright anyway, to be honest. Like, pointing that way, they're going to point towards the rest of the station, aren't they? The other ones are going to point away completely. So, arguably, these are pointless down here. Yeah, okay, again. It's very hard to see. Yeah, it's close enough. LED light next to the solar panel equals infinite energy and perpetual motion. Oof. Right, we'll save that there. We need a docking port on top. Docking. Do that before we forget. Clambertron docking, and it needs to be top the way. Yep. That side. Yeah, that's correct, I think. And then we need power. We need batteries. Which are the big boys? 400, 100, 200, 1,000? That's 1,000 electric charge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5,000 charge right there. That should get us through the night, I reckon. They don't weigh that much, actually. It look cool if you leave it open. Oh dear. Wait, what? There we go. The docking port is the wrong way around. No, it's not. AN4211, thank you for gifting us up to a hull runner. It's just the new E-rocket. Right, I need the mech jet because we've not got that in there yet. Only need one of them. Did I put an engineer on here? I can't remember. Put that in there. All the electronics can go in there. Hold the Alt key, Dark Cluster. AN, thank you for giving another sub to F. Torsvik. Welcome. Will somebody tell Toothy Tubs why it's not the wrong way around? Do you need the mech jab on all the parts? You need the mech jab when you want to use its guidance systems, which we do to get this up there. Do we want to put communication on this or something else, do you think? Like, do we put a dish on it or leave that for another one? Comms would be nice, yeah. I'm just trying to work out where we'd put them though. Like, we could... Excuse me. Could put it on the end of the array, maybe. They're pretty big dish, you know? 68 a second. $15G range, 2G range. Can use a small antenna. Well, we kind of could. We've already got a small one on top. I'm thinking of having a relay antenna. Also, it looks kind of cool, you know? I mean, we could put one on this side like that. And then have the other one on the other side. I mean, it's going to take a lot of power. 68 a second. Even when they're charging, they're pulling in 200. Alternative is to have it like on the main body here. You could add one more solar each side. What do you mean? What, you mean rack 3 in there instead of 2? It will be a squeeze, but we could probably do it. Thing to remember though is 68 per second, and it's got to last through the night. You think about how much power that needs to get through the night with all the batteries on board. What's it got to do? Survive 12 hours? 12 hours times 60 minutes times 60 seconds is 43,200 times 68 requires 3 million power to run through the night. That sounds like a massive rip to me. I think we'd have to extend it by one more if you want to do that, or move the hinge down. I don't know. Is the night 12 hours? I don't know. I don't know how long the night is. That's true, Alex. So how long does it take at 120k? How long is an orbit? What the heck? Where's that going? That's doing weird stuff. 30 minutes. I think that's okay. It's kind of hard to tell. Can you unlock a bigger battery? I think there's an advanced power thing, but it's I think it's more science than we have available. If we got symmetry, yeah. It just randomly turns it on and off. It's really annoying. Right, just got to get him aligned now. Isn't this a bit overkill for a station at Kerbal? There's no such thing as overkill. And besides, it's a lot of fun. I mean, why would you not want to have an RGB lit space station? Sure, NASA's never going to do it. Oh God, why does it do that? No, that's about as good as it gets.
I think I broke something.
After reading the wiki, think the docking port is facing the wrong way. It says only the active side can be attached to the active side of another docking port of the same size, or detach any part connected to it.
Rome, I have no idea, mate. I know that on the space station right now, it is facing that way. I'm assuming we have to turn up with that. But genuinely, I don't know. I'm assuming that that side matches the other side. You need to keep them the same side. Right, so just to be clear, the one on the space station has the handle facing out as well. Are we saying that we turn up with the same thing and they both match? Right. Okay. You remember that phrase, never trust Twitch chat? I'm just going to leave that with you. Got nowhere to put these upper RCS thrusters. I guess they're going to have to go here. Having said all of that, where's the RCS tank on this? Is that it? There it is. Okay. What else do we need on here? Apart from that mad comms dish that we kept mentioning. 15 gig relay. I hope the fairing can go around this. I should have auto strutted a lot of stuff, shouldn't I? Auto strut to the grandparent. Auto strut to the heaviest part. These solar panels spin to face where the sun is or not hit the antenna. Yes, that's a very good point. They will. They will indeed. Which means put it there or nothing. I think it's had to be nothing because, yeah, it's gonna have to be here, isn't it? It can't realistically go anywhere else. We'll put it like that, and then we'll put ladders up the other side instead. Oh, what the heck? Now, we can't put the dish on top because that's where we're docking. We can't do that. That would be madness. Oh my god. Wrong pixel. I'll put the dish under the rocket. Right, we'll get rid of these. Just get the right pixel, we'll get rid of them. Dude, why are you highlighting a load of stuff that I'm not even clicking on? Look, it's just highlighting this stuff here. Okay. Time to think about the checklist. So we shouldn't have any crew. Not even checked all the Delta V stats yet. No idea if this thing will even fly. Let's just check the staging. Fuel. Separation. That can... Secondary engine. I don't think that's enough fuel for it, is it? I think stage 2's engine is way too powerful now. And doesn't have enough fuel. I don't think we need like that gigantic engine that was put on. Don't think we need that for that. I think we can put something a bit more efficient on that. It's a mainsail. We don't need a mainsail. That's a cold. Huh? What? I'm waiting for pizza. Let's see. The Bobcat, swivel. It's a bit small. Skipper maybe. See what that does. Often mess up all of the staging. Poodle's a great second stage engine. That's more in a vacuum, isn't it, the Poodle? I'm trying to think where we'll be at this point. This main engine here can take about a minute and a half. It'd probably get us to about, I don't know, 15,000 meters maybe. I don't know if we'll be in space at that point. We may be. We may be in space. We have 1 minute and 17 of burn with that engine. Damax, according to this, we've got a 1.6 thrust to weight ratio. And then when the SRBs are gone, we still have a 1.6, so we're fine. Are you alright there, Mr. Piehead? Are you thinking about something in particular? We've got RCS here and here and here and here. Remote guidance is here. That has some reaction in it. The RCS will provide the rest. Do we want to put anything inside here, do you think? In the payload area? Is there anything, any more useful stuff that we could take? Apart from snacks, obviously. More batteries. Wait, wasn't there a scanning thing? Is it that? The survey scanner? An orbital survey scanner uses a combination of advanced sensor technology and witchcraft to provide images on planets or moons or natural resources. Don't we want to stick one of those on there? And then we can survey scan. And there was also something else that watches out for asteroids. That one. The infrared telescope. That's a bit bigger than I thought. The picture made it look about this big. That's gigantic. Yeah, I might have to go on. Might have to go on the next one. Flippin' heck. Yeah, that might have to go on the fuel pod or something. That's insane. All right, let's close. I think we need to test. We need to see what the failings are here. There we go. All right. No, young gun, it's just part of the game. Staging for the fairings is wrong. What's it done now? Is that the fairing there? Separation. I think that's probably right.